Hi everyone. So I have a little experiment that I'd like to offer if you're interested in doing something a little more hands-on to get an idea a little bit more about some of this sensory perceptual adaptation that we're talking about. So the experiment that I have is going to require some very high-tech tools. You're going to need two white plastic spoons. Hopefully clean, right? So you're going to be putting these over your eyes. So you're going to need two white plastic spoons for this experiment. And let me explain it a little bit before I tell you what you're going to be doing. So first off, just as I said, a lack of visual stimulation during kind of those critical periods of time can really cause your cells not to develop fully and develop normally and develop those normal connections. So just as our eyes need variety during those critical times, our eyes also need variety in general in order to flourish. So back kind of in the 30s, when they were doing some experiments about ESP, which we'll talk about in a minute, they did something called the Ganzfeld experiments, where they basically put people into a room where there was absolutely no stimulation. It was a blank white room, blank white walls, and the point of the experiment was that someone in the next room would be sending kind of a mental thought over to this person, and then they would try and figure out what it was to see if they had ESP abilities. Well, while they did this, we kind of noticed something else that's kind of interesting and related to what we're talking about with perception. They noticed that when we're in rooms, or when we have stimuli that are void of any kind of variety, we tend to create our own variety. So what I want you to do with these spoons, and you're going to look relatively silly, but in order to make you feel better, I will model it for you. Right, you're going to take the spoons and cover your eyes like this. Right, you can go ahead and laugh, it's pretty silly. But you're going to take these spoons and try to cover your eyes as best you can so there's no light coming through. And the point of this is after several minutes of staring at a very blank white slate where there is no variety, you might start to experience something kind of interesting. One common thing is that people will start to see kind of objects floating, or little floaters, if you will. It might turn kind of gray, or you might see a fog. Other people start to see colors, and again, you might have to wait about 5 to 10 minutes or so for this to start happening, and it would be much better if you were actually in a solid white room with no variety, but spoons will work just fine. So if you cover your eyes again like that as best as you can for about 5 to 10 minutes, you might start to experience your brain and your eyes creating that variety for you in order to help keep your eyes functioning and give you the variety that you need. So I hope you all play around with that. Use your two sturdy white plastic spoons. On the plus side, you can use them for ice cream or other things when you're done with them. But I hope you enjoy, and feel free to email me about things that you've noticed, or to post it in the discussion postings so that other people can hear what you saw as well. Alright, have fun.